I accidentally went beyond that. The blessing, Genesis chapter 49, which spoke concerning the blessings of Jesus, the mountain. This is one I was going to go to. But let me get away from there because my point was I'm showing you where these nations taken and all of it correspond with the knocking down of the Twin Tower Trade Center building. The reason the Twin Tower Trade Center building was knocked down, because the United States and the rest of them then allowed these people in the Middle East to buy and sell their goods, which was given to them by God. When allowed them to buy and sell their goods. It tells you in MICH in chapter 4, the same thing, that every nation will reside under his own fig tree when Jesus comes, and Jesus coming after me. Why he said this here? Because when the United States build up their embassies and the rest of the world build up their embassies over there, they wouldn't let them people buy and sell their goods, because they wanted to control them, to make them take on the law and markets and defer from the law of Moses. If they didn't serve the law of the markets, they couldn't serve the law of Moses. They had to allow them to come over in their land and let them dictate what they can buy and sell. And God gave them their food. And when the people act out against them, come knock down the trade center building because of the United States won't let them buy and sell their goods, what God gave them, who created the world and everything, they get mad and call them people terrorists and put them on trial and kill them. Say word of death. But they shouldn't have had the embassies over there in the Middle East in the first place. Every embassy needed been taken out. Here, after they jumped, whooped, beat down Iraq, and Iraq didn't have no weapons of the mass destruction, they began building one of the world's largest trade center buildings, so they can guard the people's crude oil over there. And said that they want to be in investors in there, and God didn't bless them because they was children of the infidel. It was true children of Satan, who is an infidel, who is antichrist, who is against God. This is what it is. They're children of Satan. Because God gave this land to Abraham from the first book of the Bible, and told him what to do and not to do. The Satan demonized people, wouldn't let them buy and sell that stuff unless they make them a part of the blessing that God gave to Abraham from the foundation of the world. You read your Bible and see that. You ain't got to be no genius. And when these people don't allow, when the children of the infidels who is against God do not allow them to buy and sell their goods, they're going to go make war on them. This is what we add in by prophecy, and it is messed up. We sit and see it, but people scared to speak out because we are fear of death and we are fear of being put in prison. This is true. You go back to the first part of your Bible. They won't let them sell. They're not part of this structure. So when these people refuse that we are not going to serve your God, they're calling it, this is the United States of America. But what we're finna do, we're getting ready to be brought down here. What reason in the MICHA? Now, it shows that every man at the end, God gonna make every nation reside under his own big tree. There's not gonna be a World Trade Organization. That's what grows over there in the Middle East. The Middle East gonna eat from it. That's what grows over here in the United States. It doesn't matter if he done made some marijuana. He gonna eat from that marijuana. If he made his bed with thorns, he gonna have to eat from that thorn branch. If he made his bed of habitat of cocaine, he gonna have to eat from that cocaine. But he will not eat from the fruit that come out of the Middle East anymore. He will not use crude oil that come from the Middle East anymore to create food for him and his people. It will not happen. Whatever God you serve, Let your God feed you. And that's what it is in the Bible. He tells you there in Daniel chapter 4 that he's going to kill that crude oil. Bring him to judgment. When he killed your crude oil, when God has Jesus kill your crude oil, then go get Jesus and send some troops out there and get him and bring him to judgment. I know it's talking stupid, but you have to talk stupid to people that only know stupid. This is what you have to do. You go get him and bring him. You ain't going to do it. You ain't going to do it. Bring him to judgment and tell him what he cut your food off for and cut your crude off for. Bound him and bring him to judgment. I'm going to talk bold now. You took him to the cross, take him to judgment, and try him again and slay him again. You sitting up there talking about these people terrorists. Now, who is the bigger terrorist than a person cutting a person's food off and ain't letting him buy and sell his good? And these prime ministers you got over here sitting up and embracing you for dying. They ain't sitting up there calling you to judgment. So this is not right. That's the reason God is angry with the ministers of the world. They sit up and allow this to have nobody speaking out and know these people, this sense of mind, people is cursing this earth. How in the world you can sit there and say you love America? How can you sit there and say any man love America and you fighting against God? Quit cursing America. They had brought us over here as slaves to build up this place, and we built it up. We prayed and built it up, and now they cursing it and saying we are the problem. This is what angered me. It is bad. We are going down to hell, as my mother said, in high waters. We ain't got nobody out here talking no more. We ain't got nobody out here speaking. Everybody want to be looking good out there. Everybody want everybody to be appealing to everybody. Well, I was this great. I want to go down in history, greatest talk show host, I the greatest preacher and everything. This is what you're saying. But your integrity towards the life you live ain't worth nothing because you're not. I'm just speaking the truth. You don't go into this Bible. You're just sitting on this book as a hen sitting on a bunch of spoiled eggs, and it ain't bringing no results. This is what you're doing. I know you're gonna don't like me when I'm talking. I can't reach you no other way, because when I talk to you with sense, you don't want to listen and understand. They put God's people on trial, who is guilty of nothing. Where do this fit in Bible prophecy? Why isn't there somebody standing before the court and asking them where do these people fit in Bible prophecy, and why are these people being targeted out? And there's part of Bible prophecy spoken of throughout Bible history. If you've been preaching this gospel out of the Bible, anybody should know those people is the seed of Abraham. What part of this we should be afraid every time they look at one of these people and call them out of their name and look at the Bible and see what God called them. God called them saints. Something is not matching up here. But the reason we are not having a positive result to heal this world and heal this nation because the minister's speaking with a barker tongue. They act like they is afraid. What good is your faith? You don't have no faith if you take and turn and run. You're a hot. When you take and turn and run, when the wolf come and just try to duck and get out of the way, he say, I ain't a part of this here. You don't stand for Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King marched from the beginning to the ending until he laid his life down. Mandela was placed in prison for 27 years, I believe. My God. And stayed there until they brought him out, yet he maintained his integrity because he was not going to let that man and who was not in the book of life come in and democratize his system. And so what? To break his spirit against God. He was not a product of that nation. That nation was given to the black people. Africa was given to the black people. And he didn't understand why this white man was going to take and put somebody over him. This is what that man is trying to do all over the world. This is why you see when these black people get a position in the United States of America, they target them and try to make it